Heroes aren't born, they're made every day. Standing together, paving the way. In this crazy world, we stand side by side, righting the wrongs, letting light be our guide. From 1776, those dreams still ring true. Freedom and faith, daring dreams for you. With Trina, Dallas, and Christine on the mic, we laugh, we pray, and we're ready to fight. The Hero Crew, we're changing the game right now. Standing for freedom, standing our ground. From health to wealth to the government too. It's an anthem for the hero that's living in you. The spirit of 76, bold, unafraid, with Jesus as our compass. That's how we're made, for life and for liberty. We lift every voice, helping heroes rise up and make their own choice. The Hero Crew, we're changing the game right now. Standing for freedom, standing our ground. From health to wealth to the government too. It's an anthem for the hero that's living in you. Welcome to the Hero Crew.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm a little confused.
You'll get past it. Just keep drinking your coffee. It'll give you it'll clear up your brain fog.
I'm trying to kill it.
Oh, and see, while you kill it, I'm going to Merry Christmas it.
I'm trying to kill it, but so far I got fail. I don't know. I was sitting on the couch and I'm like, oh, let me watch some news. And I'm like, trying to text me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I was trying to be creative with something.
Oh,
Yeah. So
she's like that, y'all, but I love it because she usually comes up with something good when she gets creative, except those freaking videos. If y'all had to endure the birthday videos yesterday, y'all, what kind of hair was that? I don't even know what to think about that hair on that video. The dancing I'm all about. The hair, oh my word. It looked like an animal died and like wrapped itself around my face. I was like,
remember Daniel Boone?
no, I do not. Yes, I do. I actually had a cousin that fought with Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett at the Alamo. So yeah, I had to do a little history on that one. Good morning, everybody. We know that you came in on the hero intro. This is not really a basic hero show today. We're going to tell you about something we're super excited about. And I'm just going to say, when you keep praying for something, the Lord sometimes surprises you in unexpected ways. We've all been waiting on the RV very patiently, very kind. Well, not so patient some days, but very kind. And I said, Lord, I really don't want to go back to a full-time job somewhere. And I said, but I'm going to, walk in your path for me. And so I paid actually, she blessed me with it. I was going to pay her for a new resume 2 weeks ago. I actually submitted it to 2 different places. And because of the things I've probably done the last 4 or 5 years and what my Facebook page looks like, and all of you know that are watching today, most likely, I hadn't got a call back. So I said, okay, God, this is in your hands. Who I did get a call from, though, it was a week ago Friday. I got a call from some dear friends of ours. They've become not just friends, but life family now. And we've traveled together. We actually met in another marketing company, and I've watched their life be a lifestyle. And they've set up their life to be a legacy to their children. And Wayne and I always wanted that. Well, everybody knows that COVID just crapped everybody's dreams for a little while. And everybody had to, we all had to shift and shuffle if you had certain businesses. And that's what we all did. But they told us, hey, if you'll come up for dinner, I got something I want to show you, or I want to talk to you about. And by the time dinner was over, Wayne's like, I love coffee. I really love coffee. And so within the last, I think I counted it, today's day 11, our lives have started changing already. And we are excited. And I'm super excited. And I think I'm talking in fast forward because of what's in my cup. And that's okay, because I lose the Southern drawl a little bit. And y'all can't make fun of me for saying nickels, double nickels. And if y'all don't know what that is, y'all can watch yesterday's show and fast forward to the last 5 minutes, because they got on to me for saying something I did not say.
Both of us thought we heard something different.
That's because y'all got old people ears, and I'm actually doing the Benjamin Button and going backwards because of my coffee. I'm just going to say that.
I guess my miracle ear wasn't working right.
Well, you're clearing all that up with what's in your cup, and we're just going to leave it at that. And y'all, we are being silly, and we're not making claims that this can do certain things, but it can do certain things, and I'm super excited about it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little clip for all of you, and then I'm going to have some of our guests come on and introduce them, because they can do a better job of telling you some details than I can. So I'm going to try not to screw this up, but y'all know I'm not a techie girl. We're going to try to get it done the first go round.
Coffee isn't just a drink. It's how we start our day, find our focus, and connect with the people around us. Every day, more than 2 billion cups of coffee are enjoyed worldwide. But today's coffee drinkers want more than caffeine. They want coffee that helps them feel good, look great, and perform at their best. Introducing Agara Cafe. Crafted with premium ingredients, it supports energy, focus, mood, metabolism, and healthy weight management, helping you feel confident, stay on track, and look your best. Every cup is smooth, delicious, and designed for today's lifestyle, bringing affordable wellness to your daily routine. What makes Agara Cafe so powerful? It's what's inside. Each scoop combines the kind of high-performance ingredients people usually take in a dozen different capsules, now all in one simple daily cup. Natural caffeine plus green coffee bean for smooth, steady energy without the crash. L-theanine to promote calm, focus, and balanced mood. Chromium plus saffron to support healthy metabolism, balance appetite, and help manage cravings. Lotus leaf to support gentle detox, fluid balance, and help you feel lighter and more in control. Berberine to nourish metabolic health and support healthy blood sugar balance. Green tea extract with antioxidants that help protect and support overall wellness. Adaptogens like Panax ginseng and lion's mane mushroom to boost resilience and support mental clarity. Every sip delivers real, functional nutrition. No pills required. Whether you're powering through a workout, staying productive at the office, or making mindful lifestyle choices, Agara Cafe helps you feel good, look great, and stay in balance. Agara Cafe. Elevated coffee for an elevated life.
So that's a little bit about what Christine and I saw when we got so excited, because that pretty much checks all the boxes of things we've had going on. And then when we figured out that we could get paid really well for drinking something that we love to drink. And I'm going to tell y'all, when I did the whole carnivore thing, that I was really trying to heal my acid reflux, it hurt my feelings. I had to go to hot tea. But what's amazing is you can put a scoop of this in hot tea too. Now, would it help with my whole reflux? I'm just going to tell you, it hadn't got worse. It has stayed at where it was, which is it's on the mend still. And therefore, this product doesn't have enough acid that it's bothered it and made it worse. And that was something I was concerned with. And it didn't. So I'm happy. And we've got a friend of mine in the background. I'm going to bring him on and let him tell you a little bit about this. Good morning, Robert Faison. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Robert.
Morning, Christine. I'm about as happy as a puppy wagging two tails this morning.
Y'all, he's from Arkansas, if you can't tell. So, Robert, we go back a few years, and I know sometimes we build things on trust, but even if I hadn't known you and you'd call me out of the blue, what you shared with us a little over a week ago, we still would have become business partners and customers because we love what this is doing for Wayne and I. I want you to share what it's doing for you. I know you've got some amazing things. To watch you walk pain-free has made my heart happy.
Me too. Well, a friend of mine called me about this. My background, by the way, is in network marketing. I've made a very successful living at it for almost 30 years. And so a friend just kept, wanting me, because this has got a direct sales component to it. He wanted me to look at the marketing plan, look at the company and all that. And I said, I'm not going to. We're set. We've done very well, and we have a good, strong residual income from our last company. And I just wouldn't look. And he kept on. And he finally came to my house, just showed up. And he and his wife are friends of ours. And so they just kept on at me and Donna both, why won't you look at the business? Why won't you do this? And we just said, we're set. We're just going to kind of travel the world the rest of our days. And we got plenty of money. So I wasn't interested in the opportunity. He finally said, well, would you try the product? And I said, sure, I'll do that. I've tried 2 or 3 brands of mushroom coffee. And I just felt like it was probably good for me, but I never felt anything from it. And so anyway, he left me some of it. And the next morning I had my first cup, and I felt better. I mean, I felt a little more energy. I didn't eat all day. And when it come dinner time, Donna said, you got to eat something. I said, honey, I'm not even hungry. But I did eat just a little bit just because I thought I needed to. And that's continued. Every day I have more energy. I have more clarity. And I don't get hungry. So those are the common things. Then what I noticed within a couple of days, I have an autoimmune disorder called psoriatic arthritis. And it got so bad, I would get flare-ups from time to time. And it got so bad about a year ago. I literally spent 3 days in a recliner and couldn't even go to bed. That's how bad my knee would swell up and just excruciating pain. So I went to a specialist and a rheumatologist, and they put me on different medications, and this one didn't work, didn't do anything, and that one, and one of them was over $2,000 a month. And so they finally settled on the one that I'm on now. I've probably been on it close to a year. And they put me on 2 anti-inflammatory drugs twice a day. And then this, it's called methotrexate. It's supposed to kind of keep from my brain getting triggered to make those cells attack those joints and create the flare-ups. And it works, I guess, some because they've slowed down. They didn't stop it all. But it didn't help. None of it helped the daily pain. Every morning when I get up, I walk around like I'm 20 years older than I am, and stiff feet, ankles hurt, knees hurt. I can't put my weight on my knee, even on a mattress. And that's been going on, that's never went away, just the daily pain, not the flare-ups, but the daily. And I'm telling you, it was gone by the second day. And now I'm 12, 13 days, I guess, on it. I literally could go play basketball with my grandkids right now. That's how much.
Oh my gosh.
It's just crazy. And no limps, no pain, nothing. And I don't know what caused it. I don't know what's in there that did that. Everyone's kind of getting the other results I mentioned, but that one is special. And I don't know if it'll do it for everybody, but it's sure done it for me. And so at that point, then I did look at the business, because I said, I've never, I've been in this industry nearly 30 years. I've never seen a product that if you could just get people to try it, they would buy it. I've sold nutritional products before, but you kind of got to sell them on why it's good for them, and get them to take it regularly for a good while. But this one, I mean, a couple of cups, and they're going to say, "Where do I get more info?" or "Where do I buy this?" And so I'm not going to miss that opportunity. So I did jump on board, and we're off to a really fast start. And if you do want to make some money, that get these gals, because I've already hit 5 figures in just 10 days in the marketing plan. So pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, got any questions or anything else you want me to kind of cover?
I have put it out there for anyone that has questions to share, drop them in the chat for us. Now, I know that we hadn't really talked about going into depth on any of the money making side of it. And the one thing that you didn't touch on your story that I want you to touch on is what it's done for you getting on and off the scales, because in our little group of friends, all of us have done things to try to lose some weight.
Been on the product, I guess 12 or maybe 13 or 14 days now. It's probably close to 2 weeks. 9 pounds already. And I haven't varied a pound or no more than 2 for, I don't know, probably a year, because I've been going to the doctor now for a year on pretty regular checkups, and they always weigh you when you go in there, and it's always, I was 242 and change, or 241 and change every single time. And so like I said, now I'm down to, it was 232 or 233 this yesterday morning. I hadn't weighed today, but.
Awesome. Well, Wayne told me he hadn't got on the scales at all until 3 days ago, and he got back on yesterday, and he had dropped 3 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah.
And I dropped 4 in a week, and that's good for me, because girls don't do what boys do. And I also let him have more of my sample, because ours didn't arrive until yesterday, and I've only been able to ration about every other day a half a scoop of coffee.
Yeah, this is and this is probably why some of that stuff, but not just the joint pain. But I'm going to tell you 2 more things that was very common in my life that's gone now. Snacks. I snack all the time. I usually only eat once a day. A few days a week I'll have breakfast or lunch, but then I always have dinner. But a lot of days I don't have breakfast or lunch. I just have dinner. But it didn't matter if I had both or not. By the time I'm through with dinner, within less than an hour, I'd have cheese and crackers or summer sausage, or I'd be sitting there watching TV and snacking on something. And that was every single night. And in these, 12 days on it, not one snack, no time of the day, not after dinner, I just never have a craving for it anymore. The craving's gone. And then the other thing is a lot of mornings I'll wake up, usually somewhere around 3 to 4 o'clock, and need to go to the restroom. And sometimes I have a hard time going back to sleep. I usually turn the TV on, watch a movie, and maybe get sleepy and go back to sleep, and then get up at maybe 7. But some of those mornings, especially if it's between 4 and 5 before I get up, I just stay up. But on those mornings, 100% of the time, but Donna gets up a little later in the morning, and she come in, and I'm on the couch taking a nap, because I'll be wide awake, then I'll sit on the couch to turn the TV on, and I'll get sleepy and take a nap. I hadn't had one nap 12 days, not one. So those are some more things it's done for me.
That's awesome. And we've seen a less needing a nap at the Welch's house. So I can concur with that one. All right. I see a friend of ours that's popped on in the background, and I'm going to introduce him. Robert, do you mind hanging out to where if we have questions come on, and then I'm going to let you drip a little bit about the compensation plan in a minute. Okay. Sure. Tilco, you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Y'all, this is our buddy, Chris Tillman. He's from Arkansas too. If you can't tell by the accent, I'm just going to tell you something's wrong with you here. So, Chris, I want you to take a minute and tell the people about, this Agara life you started.
Hey guys, Chris Tillman from Jefferson, Arkansas. I was introduced to Agara back in about the 1st of November, and I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee, but I'm always looking for extra ways to make income. And I started thinking, and they talked about the coffee. I started thinking, man, everybody I know uh, wants to feel better. Everybody I know wants more energy. Um, Everybody I know wants to lose a few pounds, and everybody I know wants to make a little extra money. And as I started looking at this coffee, I started thinking, I know a lot of people that love to drink coffee. So I got involved back in November, and I shared it with a few friends, and the extra income was what I got in it for, and it's there. But I've also seen it uh, on the testimonies, like Robert and other people talking about what it's done for them for their joints and things like that. So I encourage everybody to get some of these samples from these guys above, Robert and Katrina and whoever else may be on here, and give it a shot.
Awesome. So Tilco, he's going to go in and talk to him a little bit about the compensation. Can you, and just to let y'all know, Chris has a background in building barn dominiums. Any type of barn, whether you want to live in it or your house or your horses want to live in it, he's your man. If y'all need to be set up with somebody that does that, and he doesn't do it just in Arkansas, so y'all can message us if anybody's looking for someone. And Robert is he piddles with refurbishing golf carts. So if anybody needs something like that, he does that on the side. But I think it's probably both of those are taking back seats right now because Tillman. Tell them a little bit about income, what we're allowed to say.
Well, everybody's different. Like Robert and like Trina and like most of the world, we all need money to survive. And I like to survive like anybody else, but I like to survive with a lot of money. And I saw the income here with the coffee, and with just a short time, I've earned over I'd say $10,000 in the last in December alone, just passing out samples to friends and family and people I didn't know. And so the income's there, guys, and it's unlimited. It's as much as you want to make.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. I know you're in the middle of your day. I'm going to let you pop off. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we may try to get you back on sometime. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Chris.
you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Faison, we're going to let you tell the people a little bit about the income, whatever you think they need to hear.
Well, like I said, I've made my a living in network marketing for nearly 30 years. And, in all that time, I introduce it to people and so forth. And I'll see people that loves network marketing. They love to share with others and help others and build a team and, have fun and travel the world together and build a big business. And then I see others that says, I don't want to, tell somebody else about this or whatever. I don't want to join a business and recruit others. And this is perfect for both because you already heard what Chris has done and what I've done as far as building a team and introducing it to others that want to start their own business. But you can also, and they're actually launching this part of it in a couple of weeks. But it's called the affiliate program. And what that allows you to do, if you're in our business and so forth, you can you'll get a link that you can say you got a friend that loves the coffee. They tried it and they say, man, I love this stuff. And you just say, well, you can get it a little cheaper if you become an affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And you'll get a link. And so you'll get a discount. You'll get a monthly, however much you want. And you'll get a discount on it, but then you'll have a link you can share with others. Because I know what this is doing for you, you're going to want to tell somebody. And if they want the coffee, you just refer them. Once you have 3 people that are buying, the coffee, yours is free. So that's an incentive for all of those customers, to become affiliates because they can get their coffee for free. And then all of those are your customers. So, let's say you got, 4 or 5 customers and they got, they each went out to get 3. So theirs is free. Wouldn't be long for you to have 50, in that little network. And none of them's in the business. None of them paid anything to do that. And you make 20% off all those orders. Plus you get a residual bonus for the number of customers you have. So let's say 50, let's say, 4 or 5 told 3 each, you're going to be at 50 there pretty quick. And that's an extra $1,000 a month. So people are just picking up an extra, and then plus your 20% on that's probably going to be double that. So just picking up, I don't know, a lot of people, a couple $1,000 a month, make a house payment for them or something. And again, that's not joining the business or anything. They just go out there and do that. But those of you who want to join can get those customers and earn that residual income.
And if I want everybody to understand, if affiliate wasn't the route you want and you want to build a team, that opportunity is there also. And there's a tremendous amount of bonuses and, there's 6 or 7 different ways that you're paid. If you understand if you understand marketing and that's my jam. I'm not going to lie. All of you know it. Since I was 19, I've been in direct sales. When I looked at the compensation plan, you have to compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. And I think something that hit home yesterday with me, when I looked at the other business we used to be in, and they used the term binary, I didn't even know what that was. It didn't register because in Mary Kay, you built across, you built broad, you built width. This business, you build depth. I'm not trying to go over people's heads, but all I'm going to say is if you understand marketing, you can go to mine or Christine's link. It will show you some information on the compensation plan. You want to get on board because Robert, Wayne, and I, we may not be using the right words because we are brand new and you may have to kick us in the butt and correct us. Until January, y'all, you're being offered not the ground floor of a brand new company and joining it. You're in the basement because it hasn't launched yet. And we are going global. So for any of our listeners that find this, that are in other countries, don't think we're leaving you out. It just hasn't got to there yet, but it's on the way probably. So is there anything else you would like to say on that part of it, Robert?
Yeah, the way the marketing plan works, and like she said, you can hit compensation plan, and there's a video that details it really good. But the 2 things that jumped out to me of the 8 ways, the 2 that jumped out to me from my experience in the industry is on the binary. It's usually a certain amount of volume on one side of your business and a certain amount on the other, and it creates a cycle. And it, some companies cycle weekly and some monthly or whatever. This one cycles weekly. And normally in a binary, when you cycle, whatever volume you have, goes away, and then it starts a new one. They call that flushing. This one doesn't. It actually banks. So, I had, I believe it was that first week, or like this week, I guess, for this cycle, I had over $100,000 in volume on one side of my business, and only about 30 on the other. So it's a 2 to 1. So for the 30 to create that many cycles, it needed 60 over here. Well, I had over 100. It only used 60. So I still have over 40,000 for the next cycle once that's gone. And so that was important to me. And then the other one that I've never seen anywhere before is called the infinity coding bonus. Coding bonus is a common term in network marketing, and it's when you sign up a new rep, you'll get a first order bonus here on whatever amount they choose to come in with. But then you'll get, beginning with your fourth recruit on, you'll get something called an infinity bonus. And that can be 150, it's either 100 or 150 bucks. So what you get that on, you know, let's say your fourth person, let's say you signed up 10 more. Okay. So the first 3, you don't get it on, but the next 10 you do. So you sign up 13 people, you've got 10 people coded to you. So you'll earn that 150 a pop on every one of them when they start, and you'll get it again on their first 3. So if those 10 people signed up 3 each, that's 30 people you're getting that $150 off of. So you can see how that adds up, but it don't stop there. Now there's 30 people, they're still coded to you. They all get 3, that's 90. Multiply that by 150. It don't stop there. Those 90 go get 3. There's 270. Multiply that by 150. And it never stops. That's the reason the word infinity. Okay. So those everything after 3, and so they're 3, unlimited depth. It's pretty stout.
So he's not just excited about how great he feels and how much energy he has from the coffee. He's pretty excited over that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know everybody out there doesn't know the background of who Robert Faison is, but I'm just going to tell you, you're listening to a living legend in the network marketing business. He held the position of national sales director with another marketing company for over 20 years. He was not only a double platinum, but he was the first Eagle winner. And that means nothing, y'all, except I'm just going to tell you, he was the #1 income earner in that company. Besides, he basically wrote the compensation plan. So if he's found a compensation plan he's excited about, that should speak to everybody. It's kind of like E.F. Hutton. When Robert Faison talks, we all listen.
If I can, I would just like to add, when Trina said this is her jam, let me tell you folks, it wasn't my jam. It wasn't even my jelly. Okay. I am not educated in this, but let me tell you, I am so excited. And when you have the support from Trina, from Robert, and from others on your team, there's no fear because they got you. They got you. Robert has helped me. And Trina, you know, it's like the bat phone, you know, and texting. And so let me just tell you folks, don't be just afraid of, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Hey, you're preaching to the choir and I'm learning and you're going to learn too. And we're going to feel good. My husband, Robert, said exactly what happened to my husband yesterday. He says at work, he goes, I buy him this bag salad every day and he eats it all. He called me, he says, I can't eat the rest of this salad. I ate half. He goes, I can't. I literally can't. He came home and I was running around. I said, what do you want for dinner? He says, I'm not hungry. I said, well, you have to eat something. You know, us wives tell our husbands, you have to eat something. He says, I can't. I don't want to eat. And let me tell you, yesterday I was full of energy. I am smoking a prime rib tomorrow. I had to clean out my smoker. And usually it's like, I'm hating it. I'm huffing, I'm puffing, and I just want to get it done. Oh my gosh, I was enjoying it. Of course, I didn't look very good because I had stuff all over me, and then usually I'm tired. I did stuff around the house and I kept going. And I wasn't tired. And usually on my days off, I need a nap. The girl wants a nap. And I tried. I try to force myself. I'm like, okay, here I go. I close my eyes. I'm like, dang it. I'm not sleepy. I'm not tired. What else can I do? So I cleaned a hutch, I did this, I did that. So I'm telling you, if you have something that's going to make you feel better. Oh, I have arthritis in my knees. Day one, Robert, yesterday, now the pain's not gone, but when I was getting up, I wasn't getting up like I was 90 years old.
Yeah.
And today, this morning, I was maybe 70 years old. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I don't know. I might get up and start dancing a jig. I have no idea. But I just wanted to tell everybody, if it's not your jam, don't worry about it. It will be your jam because you're going to get educated and you're going to have the support that you need.
We do have a great team. There's a group that we have on Facebook Messenger started, and people answer questions. People help you with stuff to print out. It's been amazing, the team that we're building with all of this. And when she wasn't able to sleep, trust me, she was making a list, and she was making a list, checking it twice, and she was calling me to tell me who was naughty and nice. And me and Robert have been doing phone calls, and Christine. The one thing I want to emphasize, if this is something y'all aren't familiar with, and Robert can attest to this, it's about, you have to call people, you have to share a video with them, and we are doing live videos every night at 7 p.m. Robert's hosting, or Marlon and Carol's hosting. Wayne and I pop in and out. And by the way, Robert, I don't know what happened the other night with me muting people, because I am not a good Zoom person, but it went away where I couldn't mute anybody. So I don't know if the hosting fell apart or what. You're going to have to educate me on Zoom so I can help you out. And y'all, I get to be a moderator somewhere. Listen to that, right? But Zoom is different than StreamYard. I will tell all of you that. But the importance of locking a position is beyond belief, because when I told Christine about this the other day, I said, you really need to go ahead and lock your position, but place your order, because placing your order is what actually locks that. And
I got my order quick. I got my order.
Yeah. If you're California, you get your order in like 2 days. If you're in Arkansas, it's going to take you about 7 or 8, especially at Christmas time. It may get faster after the holidays. But we called her, Wayne texted her last night, because you can look at your little tree that keeps growing. And because of the hard work that Robert has put in, and this being a binary, and where Christine locked her position in, it doesn't mean anything to y'all, I know. But she already had like 17 emeralds under her. and we're just like, oh my gosh. And she goes, I got to get busy. I said, yes, you do.
My Amazon delivery is coming today. So yeah,
her sample bags. So we're fixing to get super busy and charged now. People are wanting to know about cost, Robert, and I don't want to be evasive. I'm fine with telling any of that. I'm going to let you share that, because you do a better job than me if you want to share that.
Well, it's about $60 for a bag, and there's 30 servings in there. So it's $2. I mean, about on par with some of the, mushroom coffees you see online and so forth. But again, with the opportunity to refer 3 and yours is free, it can be free for you. But and coffee's a big business, a multi-billion-dollar business, and you see them little roadside coffee stands and places like that, and there's a line of cars, 20 cars in a line, and they're paying $5 to $10 a darn cup of that stuff. So it's a big business, and yeah, it's priced reasonable for what you get. I'd pay 5 times that for it.
Exactly. And honestly, any of you that want to start a home-based business, I'm not going to be evasive and lie to any of you. You can get started for $200. You can get started for $700, or you can actually invest in yourself and get started for right at $1,300. But no one has ever started their own home-based business or commercial business. If you looked at starting a business in a retail situation to where you have to buy, all the products, stick them on a shelf, the insurance for that location, the rent for that piece of property, besides your hours of sitting there waiting for people to walk in, you cannot start a business for $1,300.
There's your website. Your website.
Your website's included on those, and that will be a yearly charge, but I'm just being upfront with everyone. Wayne and I have already made half of our investment back in 11 days. That's all I'm going to say, because we know people that like coffee, and we know people that are looking for a secondary income, a little bit of a side hustle, and they know people that drink coffee and want to feel better. And I'm already using a ton of supplements. Y'all know I've tried a lot of coffees that some of our affiliates with our show side have provided. I'll put this flavor against any of them. And the energy, the appetite suppressant, all the other things it does cannot touch those. I'm not going to lie to y'all. You know it. I tell you the truth. But if any of you are interested, tonight at 7 p.m., I will put the link in the description of the show. We do a Zoom. You're more than welcome to have people on with you to see if anyone else is excited. We're more than happy to answer questions after the show. Y'all know how to get Christine and I. DM us. And Robert, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate you. And I'm loving doing life with you, buddy.
Glad to help anytime. And
Right.
I do want to throw in one thing. It's not just coffee. My wife never had a cup of coffee in her life. She wouldn't drink one. But she likes iced tea. And so she takes a Tervis this size and just puts a little water in it and puts a scoop in, swirls it around. It totally mixes up. It totally dissolves. And then she fills it with ice and water and those little plastic squirt bottles of flavoring that's sugar-free. She likes raspberry tea, so she squirts just a little in there, and it tastes like raspberry tea. I tried some of it the other day. So you don't have to be a coffee drinker to enjoy the benefits of it.
Exactly. And yes, it can be done over ice. Today, mine has a little bit of pumpkin caramel flavoring. I get the Skinny Girl bottles, and it has that in there with a little bit of half and half. I'm not gonna lie, I like some bougie coffee in the winter. And
I just poured the scoop in my coffee.
And that's what I usually do. But hey, it's Christmas time. Just saying. Before we go, I want to dismiss with a word of prayer like we usually do. And thank you all for joining us. Heavenly Father, thank you for this great day. Thank you for all the people that have participated in this. Lord, just bless each and every one. And Father, if there is someone that's looking for an income or just wanting some of the health benefits from this, Lord, just let them have enough faith to step out there on that limb and join us and lock arms. But Father God, this time of the year, just bless each and every person that they have more than enough and that they have a beautiful holiday season. And we thank you for your son in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, y'all. Bye. Have a great day.
Everybody, have a great day.